Hey guys, we are going to go over factoring, all sorts of different problems, okay? So tomorrow on your quiz, you're going to see everything. So let's look at number one. You look for a GCF first. I see they both have k's, so I'm going to take a k squared out. 7x plus 6 is left over, and you're done. Number two, it's a trinomial, so I know that I'm going to have two parentheses. Now, the first two terms have to multiply to get my x squared, so they're both going to be x. Then you say to yourself, what factors of 24 add to get 11? That is 8 and 3. Now, I need to multiply to get a positive, but add to get a negative, so that means they both have to be negative. Number three, again, it's a polynomial, so you're going to have two parentheses. The first two terms have to equal x squared, so x and x. Factors of 18 that add to get 7 are 9 and 2. Now 1 has to be negative because when they multiply I need a negative 18. And when they add I need a negative 7. So I know the bigger number has to be my negative. Number 4, another trinomial. Okay, so we're going to have p and p. And then factors of 14 that add to get 5, 7 and 2. I need a negative 5 when they add, so the higher number is going to be the negative. Number 5, okay, what you're looking at is an a squared minus b squared. It's a difference of squares, okay? So we do a plus b, a minus b. So it's going to be 7x plus 5 and 7x minus 5. Here I can take a GCF out of 4x to the fourth, and that leaves me x squared minus 4. Right here, I can see that this is actually a difference of square as well. So don't forget the 4x to the fourth is still part of your answer, but this is now x plus 2 and x minus 2. Okay, number 7, you're going to have a trinomial, so we're going to have two parentheses. It's x squared, so I know both start with x. Factors of 63 that add to get 16, they're 9 and 7. When they multiply, I need a positive. When they add, I need a negative, so they're both negative. Here, whenever you see a cube, I want you to go check to see if 216 is also a cube. So what you're looking at here is a sum of cubes, and we have our formula, so a plus b is in our first parenthesis, and then a squared minus ab plus b squared. So you're going to have to figure out what one a is and a b. So a and b. A would be y. There's 3 y's in y cubed. And b would be 6 because there's 3 6's in 216. So now we just follow our formula. So a plus b, which is y plus 6. A squared, y squared, minus a times b, so minus 6y, plus b squared. 6 times 6 is 36. So that's going to be your answer. Number 9, okay, we have a polynomial, so I know that I'm going to have two parentheses. Now, we have a leading coefficient of 5, so I'm not sure where that goes, so I'm going to put that in the beginning of both, and on the outside I'm just going to put a 1/5. So I know one of those 5's has to cancel out later. Okay, so you're going to take the 5 and the 18 and multiply them, and you're going to get a 90. Okay, so 90 is the number that I need to think about. I need two numbers that multiply to get 90 and add to get a 1. Okay, so that's going to be a 9 and a 10. 1 has to be negative. I need a negative 1, so the 10 is going to be my negative. Okay, now you look for your GCF. Right here, I can take a 5 out, so I'm left with p minus 2. The 5 and the 1/5 are going to cancel. Let me write this down. The 1/5 cancels the 5, and you're left with 5p plus 9. And p minus 2 is going to be your answer. Let's move in a little closer. Okay, number 10, you're going to say, okay, 28, 16, 80, I think there's a greatest common factor, and they all have n's as well. I'm going to take a 4n to the second out. Now remember, you can't take or factor out anything that a term has. So this guy only has 2 n's. I can't take 3 because he only has 2 to give me. So what's remaining is 7n squared plus 4n minus 20. And now this is a trinomial, so I'm going to just bring the 4n squared down. And I know that this guy is going to factor down again. Okay? So I'm going to have 7n minus 10 and n plus 2 for that guy. Number 11, okay, remember when we have 4 terms, you are going to group them. The first 2 and the last 2, and then we're going to take GCFs out of both. So for the first one, I'm going to take a y squared, and it leaves me y plus 7. The second one, I can take a 3 out, and that leaves me y plus 7. Okay, you're going to join the 2 GCFs together, and then write the duplicated factor just once. Okay, number 12, again, we're grouping whenever you see 4, and we're pulling out GCFs for each group. Okay, so I can pull out an x squared in the beginning. I can pull out a negative 16. When these are identical, you know you're doing it correctly. So now you can join the GCFs together, and then write the other factor just once, and ask yourself, can I factor it again? Yes, this is a difference of squares, so that's going to be x plus 4, x minus 4, and don't forget the x minus 1 is still part of your answer. Okay, down here I can factor out a 3, and I get x cubed plus 27. Okay, when we see the cube, we want to say, oh, is 27 a cube? It is. And so we need to figure out what a and b is. So a would be x, b would be 3. Because 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. And we're just going to follow our formula. Okay, so the 3 is still part of my answer. But now I'm going to have a plus b. A squared minus a times b plus b squared, which is 9. Okay, and then 14, this is a polynomial as well. It's going to factor down to 2b plus 3 and b plus 7. All right, if you study all of these, you will be good for tomorrow's quiz, and good luck.